The much anticipated day is here. I got a new bow in the mail. I got a new sight. I got new all kinds of stuff. And we're gonna go to the bow shop. We're gonna put it together.
Right now you can see it says comfort. I just use this and it's on performance. Whatever you can read is what it's on.
Gotcha.
And so it's a slip module. You know, you can rotate this one module from like real short to real long, 26, 25 and a half to like 30. And then you just flip that disc over to make it performance. Put in whatever draw length you want. Bowtech started pulling pretty true. Most all models used to pull about a ½ inch long. Most still do, but Bowtech and a couple of the Hoyts now will pull pretty true. So if they say 28 and a half, it's going to pull 28 and a half.
Okay, well, I was a 28 on my Tri-X.
On the Tri-X?
Yeah, so
I guess that
might be a little long too.
Yeah, that's fine. It's all good. Perfect. I like it.
Absolutely not, dude.
That's
Man.
Lorax.
Yep.
Yeah. They're not stacked right.
Oh, okay. We'll look at it here in a second.
I hit the other hole.
That's fine. You unlock it. And you do both of them. And then I don't know which way moves which. I just move it and see which way it goes. So that's half a turn clockwise moving it left. So we're going to move about 3/4 of a turn.
The arrows?
Lock it down.
Okay.
Do the same thing on this one. So.
Oh, that's cool. It's rotating the axle inside the
axle inside the cam. It's all threaded in here. Like the axle on this end, I think, is threaded, and it allows it to slide in and out of here. And so that cam is fixed on that axle. I mean, it's got a set screw on each.
Yeah.
And then when you turn it, it like turns the axle. Goofy, awesome technology. Wish I come up with it.
Go ahead and click on it. Draw back.
Woo! That's about as good a hole as I've ever shot, man.
We're gonna do like half a turn. Maybe a quarter of a turn. Oh yeah, pretty close. Yep. The winner. Winner.
I think there's much of a reason.
Yeah, you're gonna throw a Grim Reaper on it and kill. So.
That's right. That's right, man. Yeah.
My buddy had a Hornet, he was like a freaking 90-something pound pool.
I've not been shooting as much as I probably should be. That's the way the world goes. We've been hunting turkeys with shotguns. It is what it is. I'm a little fatigued, so it's a little hard to get those long distance ranges in there, but Brett's helped me out a lot with that. It's kind of cool. I didn't really even realize he told me about this on these black gold sights. You can adjust that second vertical pin. So my pins are stacked like this, and you can adjust this one. So I put 20 and 35. and get that sighted in, and then we will be ready to rock and roll for tack. Alright. Alright, yeah. I'll carry with
Small box.
Yeah, you can throw away that tight spot if you don't mind. Where do I see where the number is on? Oh, it's just 285. That's how you know by the FPS. That's how you know which tape you have?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And there's your serial number and everything to register it.
We're here at On Target Bow Shop again today. I have my new Bowtech SR350 that just came in the mail. I'm gonna get that worked on. Eric's got a CP28, so we're gonna show some of the differences, how Brett works it up for us here, and hopefully we're gonna dial these things into about 60 yards today.
Just move this quiver out a little bit. We had it scooted forward. You can see where I marked it, but due to this little carbon post here was laying on the ripcord rest there, we moved it back that way. When he shot, it didn't sit there and rattle, make a whole bunch of noise, you know, make it all cockeyed and all that good stuff. And two, kind of the whole purpose of a tight spot quiver is to be able to suck it down extremely tight to the riser in order to move it in like I had it and get it over up in here. We wouldn't be able to push it all the way down, and at that point it's just the same height as a normal quiver. So we'll scoot it back, that way we can tighten it down and keep it pretty slim. So faster on performance. It'll be similar to your 80% let off versus 85% let off. It's kind of how it's just going to feel a little jumpy. We try both, it doesn't matter.
Is the draw cycle different?
Because I would have you.
If anything, it's a touch stiffer up front.
For the performance?
Casey's probably gonna pull a tag.
But it's not a lot.
But it's not like coming over the pump is no different really.
No, sir, it'll be the
Okay,
same.
let's just do performance.
Okay, we'll try it. If it sucks, we'll flip it back. Oh no. Oh, it's very dangerous. This is a flip disc. So it's it's just one modular slip mod. So you got from 25 to 30 on your draw length. And then this side says comfort, this side says performance. So basically what it is when you flip this over, like I've already got this one changed, when it reads performance, that's what setting it's on. If you flip it over and it reads comfort, that means it's on comfort. So all you gotta do is just put it back in the same spot. Your draw length's about 29, which again, we'll check it, make sure everything's right, but you just make sure that it reads performance, and that's how you change the comfort performance setting.
Do you know like how it works as far as like outside of just flipping it obviously? Do you know
You see your module's a little different here. You got one side that's a little more, I don't know how you'd say, you got one that's a real hard jump right here. You got one that's a little more smooth. And so when you start out, it's going to start out on this module. When it reaches performance, it's going to fall off kind of on there. And this one is designed when you flip it over, that cable's going to fall a little more, less aggressive, and that's where you pick up that extra speed. Fortunately, Bowtech's pretty good company, and they can make them feel just about the same. So you can't really tell when you're falling off into that valley versus performance or comfort. But I mean, it's to the point. You know, older bows, we could tell by drawing it whether we were drawing performance or comfort, but nowadays we pretty much have to look. Obviously, if you need to flip it at your house, you know, booger up your shoulders. I mean, I need to put this on comfort. You just flip it and make sure your peg's in 29 or whatever it's officially set at when it's all said and done.
Okay.
Just like that.
Cool.
Third day of the hunt. I mean, that was the first day they was together all during the night that was going on. Oh man, that was going on. She said, okay, first picture.
Just checking the second, third axis right now. We'll double check this after we sight in 20.
I mean, he came in perfect. He was on a hill. I didn't even know he was on.
Okay. Feel your draw length, draw weight. How's everything?
Peeps high.
Peeps high. I figured it would be.
You knew my head was big, but it's not that big.
Is your anchor everything consistent? Is that
It
where
feels,
you
yeah,
never
it feels pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, it just feels.
Go ahead and shoot it if everything feels okay. Pass through it.
Crawled 60 yards, and then I got to 50. That's as close as I could get. So I just waited until he stood up. He's looking dead away, and he was sitting there with the camera. I said, "Here we go." I just whipped my feet around, sat up, and he just sat there and looked the other way for a long time. And my pen just like stopped. It was moving at first, and then just stopped. I was like, "All right, I'll pull the trigger then." I was like, these clowns somehow.
Looks a little better. Looks
I
like
don't
you
know
get
if I'm on the same notch on my release or not.
Okay.
I might go up a notch.
Go ahead and shoot.
See how that feels.
That's pretty.
That
Up
feels
a little
better.
bit. That looks good right there. It's down just a touch. I don't want to shoot the same hole. There you go. Right,
did
still
anyway.
shot the
I
same
did,
hole.
didn't I?
That's right. One more again. Just aim a little further this way.
Which way? Your way?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Get some of the blank paper.
I feel like if I shoot too far right, I'm gonna go through something.
No. Should be good there. Just touch it.
Appreciate it.
Come on, trophy hunter.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
So one thing.
Oval raisin is an elite cookie.
A little low.
It's like a granola bar, but cookies.
Or real far.
Yeah.
Tough to do once you find it, you find it. Moving stuff. Want to clean that up a little bit more before we bare shaft. Try another flexion run.
That's a tiny bit knock low, so you adjust the rest.
Tension. Adjusted the rest tension on it. We're gonna try it, and then if that doesn't do it, then we'll go to the cables. So it might be a little tight when we put the feet.
How much a piece on it?
Down a little bit. Down right there. Winner's choice is a good string set. Do what?
It looks good.
Oh yeah.
It looks like it's
Yeah. You're good.
So, what are you doing exactly here? Like, how did you get my top pin to shoot 60 all of a sudden?
We're getting
no
your
sight
tape right
tape,
now.
right?
There's no sight tape.
Yeah.
So we're
How
just
do you
sighting
know?
in your sight tape. All I need is 20 and 60. So we'll do it with whatever pin we use. I didn't specify in there. It'll make a lot more sense when I put the tape on it. We can make this indicator read whatever pin we want it to
So
read.
you made a mark?
I
for
made a
20,
mark there.
and then you just moved it down and said this is about where 60 was.
Yes, sir. So your
Did you
20
just
is also all the way to the top.
Okay.
So when this sight maxes out at the top, that's 20 yards.
Okay.
All I need is the distance with one pin from 20 to 60.
Okay.
Since we use 20 in there, we're just going to use 20 out here.
Okay.
When the tape's on there, we'll make whatever pin we want to be our slider.
All right.
So if we use a 40 pin here, then we're actually only shooting, 40, 50 yards maybe on our tape, and that will be way off. Tape will be way off, and it won't make no sense. So. And then we'll just find the one that matches it the best. Don't be alarmed. These tapes are never going to read the same as far as speed wise. 283.
Whereabouts in Emory?
Which we haven't adjusted that yet.
I have
Top pin?
yes, sir. Top pin.
Creamy. Like it.
Got a little bit of, a little something on there. You want red?
Fear was real work.
Being alive.
Don't have anything that's wrong.
Yeah.
Being lucky.
See the smoke coming out of the
It might have been a worm. Remember what I was going
Lefty, man.
Lefty man.
We catfish in top water.
I think so.
Not there in the middle.
Yeah.
Is this what can move again? No. No,
It's off the back side of it. Got the gray dampers, huh?
I'm gonna make me some 4 fletch with those big fletchings on.
Mine, shot those 3 times.
Oh, your truck's not here. He's a red-tailed hawk.
That's right.
Dang, you got some long arms, bro.
Long.
That's what I thought. Goodness.
72 1/4.
Taking too much footage.
Oh, you're running your battery.
A little higher. Up a little higher. Up a little right there.
Just look at the paper.
A bit. Up my way to touch. Right there.
Good.
Yes, sir. Once you look, make sure your peep, everything's good. Use your top pin here. Put it in the center of the whole white target. Tell me when you get there, because I want to make sure we don't
left
hit
one
plywood.
or?
I don't care.
Okay.
Choose whichever one you want to choose. So make sure we don't hit plywood.
Gonna run off.
Talent
We
that-
probably need it more in June and August.
Yeah.
Where's
We had this.
When you get onto your trigger, take your finger, lay it on the trigger first, and then squeeze through it. Go line it all up. Okay. Just lay your finger on the trigger. That pin sets down, you're thinking, okay, I need to shoot now.
Yeah.
And so it caused a little bit of that, you just flinched and caught yourself. So when I draw back, every time I draw back, as soon as I hit my anchor point, my finger's up there. Shot it enough, I know how much pressure I can put on my release without it going off.
Right.
So my finger lays on my trigger, and once I get right where my fin needs to be, close to where it's at, then I'll activate my shot
first.
Yes, sir. So obviously, you can get tears like this from torque. You know, your bow can be tuned bullet hole like that, torque the bow at all, and you get a goofy tear like something like that. What it is when you're at full draw, you're rolling that bow. Especially if you put your fingers on this side, when you squeeze, you're naturally gonna pull that bow that way.
Gotcha.
Or if you get way too far out here, you're gonna roll the bow into it. So we always tell people, take the palm of your hand right here, the little fat part of your hand, and push straight away from the bow. What that is you're using your bone on bone structure in your hands and your arms to keep that bow stiff.
Okay.
So it makes a lot more sense when you put an arrow in it and get a little tension on the string. You can see the tip of the arrow will turn a little bit. Full draw is a lot easier to see if you know what to look for. This is where I think it's a radius bone. It comes in from your arm into the back of your thumb right here, and it's solid. So it's the one that rotates around. So you'll feel there's actually bone right there. You get off in here, you're just on meat.
Yeah.
But you get right here and kiss the button.
My size, 6'1".
You move your head up, and kiss the button comes down. You move your head down, and kiss the button.
Playing overseas a little bit, and then started coaching.